Coming up here on Mountain News this morning, a special ceremony celebrates talented people across the mountains, and people in one eastern Kentucky county gather to celebrate the birth of a country music legend from our region.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you. It's 5:31 on this Monday. The weekend's over. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dakota Makeris. Let's take it over to Brandon. Brandon, you and I were talking about our weekend plans. We did absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I know you did. I FaceTimed you. You were just sitting there.
I'm sitting in the recliner. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I did a couple little errands on Saturday and went to church yesterday, and that's it. I mean, that's literally all I did this weekend. But there you go. It's a nice weekend to do nothing. All right, now, this morning, you see a little bit of glitching on the satellite there, but for the most part, rain still well off to our west this morning. It's scattered to stray. We take a look at US 119, US 23 over near Pineville Commons. All quiet over there this morning, so no major issues, but temperatures all over the place. 34 Jonesville to 60 in Monticello, so we're kind of splitting the difference there, right around 50 this morning. So temperatures will go up, rain chances will go up slightly, but again, stray to scattered. That is the two words to remember today. Sunrise at 7:04, so you know what? I went ahead and bumped the 7 o'clock one down to the daytime one this morning, and sunset tonight at 8:05. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, the 2022 Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards, or the Appies, took place this past weekend in Prestonsburg. Our Alyssa Williams was there to see the festivities unfold.
It's no secret that the Appalachian Mountains have produced talented musicians, artists, and writers, and many of them gathered under one roof on Saturday for the Appalachian Arts and Entertainment Awards in Prestonsburg.
It's you know, when you're a musician, you kind of belong to an informal family, and it's kind of cool to see all your different family members that you don't even know, and you're meeting them, and it's kind of like one big reunion.
The Appies doesn't only recognize Appalachians in country or bluegrass music, the awards span across different genres.
It's pretty interesting. A lot of country artists are around here, not many rap, but like Jack Harlow, ESTG coming out of Kentucky, it's helping out a lot. And Bryson Tiller, yeah.
Educators, TV personalities, and writers were also recognized.
It's really neat that I have, the opportunity to be included because it is such a wide array, and it's not just focused on music. It includes other arenas and art and entertainment. So even though I write about music, normally, I wouldn't be up for something like this.
The event was emceed by Taylor Lynn and Trey Twitty, the grandchildren of Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty, who say it's nice to have an awards ceremony that honors the mountains and the talent within them.
So many stars born in these hills. I mean, Loretta Lynn, Dwight Yoakam, Crystal Gale, Patty Loveless, Chris Stapleton. Yeah.
This is where country music started, really. The Bristol, Tennessee, up this area, eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, where the Carters came from. This is where it all came from.
Recognizing the Appalachians who helped put a spotlight on this region. In Prestonsburg, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, music journalist and event co-coordinator Jessica Blankenship adds that the Appies not only recognizes the talent that comes from the mountains, but also helps to paint a positive image of the Appalachian region. Well, people gathered in one eastern Kentucky county to celebrate a local country music legend during the weekend. Well, this Thursday is Loretta Lynn's 90th birthday, and people in Johnson County are celebrating by declaring April 9th through 14th Loretta Lynn Week. Now, my favorite week. Officials and family members gathered at the Loretta Lynn home place on Butcher Holler to kick off the week and announce a historical marker to be placed on the site. Loretta Lynn's granddaughter was in attendance and spoke about her grandmother's legacy and the small community where she grew up.
The thing that people love so much about Meemaw is the way that she's so authentic and tells such a beautiful story, weaves her life together on paper and in music. And without this place, we wouldn't have really a Loretta Lynn that we know. We wouldn't have the movie Coal Miner's Daughter.
Well, the weekend celebration was only the beginning, and there will be plenty of chances to celebrate the country music icon. The city of London hosted its annual Redbud Ride this past weekend, seeing more than 930 bikers pre-register for the event. Participants braced the cold weather and early hours. The event kicked off at 7:30 Saturday morning at the city's farmers market. Director for the London Downtown Incorporated, Daniel Carmack, says the event is part of something bigger.
So the Redbud Ride is part of what's called the Kentucky Cycling Challenge, or the Century Ride, and so a lot of riders will come to this ride. This is the first one of the season and of the events that are part of that challenge.
Well, Carmack says he wants to thank everyone who made this year's Redbud Ride a success. He says they're already looking forward to the next one. The Bluegrass Mountain Cup in Prestonsburg was held Saturday at the Sugar Camp Mountain Trails. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins has more from the starting line.
Banding together, bringing a unique challenge to bikers in eastern Kentucky.
We organize, get all the local permits and people at play and the mountain bike communities and everything to make this all happen on race day.
Some participants taking any opportunity to come out and race.
These things come about not very often. He's got 3 races scheduled for the year, so I'm try to put those on the calendar in advance and make kind of a season out of it.
Getting a sense of childlike innocence when on the track,
which I think is a good thing for a working adult. Kind of go back on oneself and feel good and work through something, because it also takes quite a bit of effort and it's difficult. And so I think there's a lot of benefits to that.
Seeing more than 60 people come out and pre-register.
It was snowing yesterday and raining all day, and today is as nice of a day as you could ask for in early April. So, the date was a little bit of a gamble, but it's paying off on race day because it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thankful for the opportunity to host the race at Sugar Camp.
The elevation, the views, the hand-cut trails are something you don't get everywhere nowadays. And the locals and the ones that have crafted these trails have done an absolutely amazing job.
A beautiful day to get out and race. In Prestonsburg, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Patton says they had several different races lined up for bikers to compete in. Well, this past weekend saw crowds in Keeneland as people gathered for the spring meet while experiencing some chilly spring weather. Snow was falling as fans of horse racing came out to catch the Bluegrass Stakes. Even with the cold temperatures, folks who attended say, well, they had a good time.
I mean, this is one of the great racetracks in the country. This and Del Mar, Saratoga. So this is it's an opportunity to be around some really class people, class horse racing.
Some people did give up their tickets due to cold conditions, but that made room for others to fill those seats and enjoy a full day of fun at the racetrack. Well, Easter is just less than 1 week away, but the Easter Bunny made an early visit on Sunday over in Buffalo Trace. The distillery teamed up with the city of Frankfort for a fun drive-through for families. Cars lined outside of Buffalo Trace Distillery for their annual Easter drive-through event where families could collect eggs, treats, and visit the bunny. Last year, the event was drive-through because of the pandemic, and it was because it was such a success, they decided to continue it this year. Buffalo Trace Distillery is closed on Easter Sunday, and its next family-friendly event will be in the summer. Well, here in our region, folks in Knott County are gearing up for the second annual Easter egg hunt. Hosted at the Knott County Sportsplex, the event will feature inflatables, free food, prize eggs, Easter Bunny photo opportunities, and more. Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says this year they have partnered with several nonprofit organizations and local businesses.
It's going to be a great day for Knott County and our community, and especially for the kids. That's, we just want our kids to have a good time, and that's what's going to make it successful.
County officials say last year they had more than 100 kids participate. This year they expect to see more than 300. Well, those of you heading out in Knox County today, well, you need to change your driving plans. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet is advising drivers that Kentucky 1487 from milepoint 0 to 1 in Knox County will be closed today from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Well, the closing is necessary due to CSX maintenance operations. KYTC asks drivers to be aware of the work zone, expect delays, and utilize safe driving habits when traveling through that area. Well, just ahead this morning, the longest running cartoon show in U.S. history is set to debut a special character. That's next.
Rain gear will be your friend at times for the first part of this week. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.